Hey, what's up, ladies and gents? Here's the first look on the channel and review of the new Model X Plaid. It's obvious on the car show in a showroom mode with the Falcon wings up and they're locked into the upright position. Let's come a little bit closer, check the front. So we have the familiar front, same LED headlights, but just modern design. So we have the daytime running light here, projectors on the top, and then also projectors underneath. So no lens in this top headlight, and then we have the fog light and turn signals integrated in the same piece. We still have the same design on the front mostly. This is now piano black, still cut inside the front bumper with a T Tesla logo, and we have the parking sensors still. Tesla will remove this in the future, and we have the air intake, of course, standard on the Model X. There is unpainted plastic underneath, and of course arches. There's also another parking sensor here, so the plastic trim underneath is going around. Now you can see the car with the Falcon wings up. So I'm going to turn off the LED headlights so you can see them as well when they're off. Now, a gorgeous looking SUV, they're back on, and everyone's interested in it, but I'm not sure if the frunk is closed properly, because if it's not, then this is a major gap there. So this is a car that came from Fremont, and they're not famous for fit and finish. The paint job is good, finally. You can see here the VIN number. The camera would like to focus. So, yeah, slight problem with the gaps still. Not really sure how they're missing that. But let's move on. Beautiful alloy wheels. So these are upgraded wheels. If you're speccing long range, but I think these are standard on the Plaid or Plaid. And tire dimension is 265/35R22. Not sure how you're supposed to unscrew this, but actually it's manageable. So interesting design on the alloys. Of course, you have the big discs and Brembo brakes, black caliper with a Tesla there. So you can see here the arch and the bottom piece protected there. Now there's a price tag here. You can also see it on the online configurator, and you can see here the little camera for the side repeater, and you can see the black trim, piano black trim. Not sure why they didn't go with the satin finish like on the Model Y there, but I guess they wanted to stand out. Now, beautiful, gorgeous, one piece on the top, gradient tint. Windshield heaters are there, and a light sensor with 3 cameras for the autopilot. And then on the top you can see the Falcon wings, so we'll focus on them while we're here, but just not to miss, there's a B-pillar camera there. And the mirrors are standard, more or less. You have the auto dimming, of course, no puddle lights. Now the handles have this touch system as well on the top here, but you can see from the inside the finish, very complex design. So we have Alcantara, tinted window at the top and the rear, but different shading, or it's just a reflection. You can see here the inside trim, carbon fiber, white and black leather, power windows, no emergency lock, and then cloth inside. Beautiful speaker there, and then this is covered by leather. So we'll come back to the interior, and you can see here the Model X signature. There is, not sure if this is like a button. I think this is like a red light that illuminates for other cars not to hit the doors. Inside you can open or close. But moving on to the back, and then we'll excuse me, come back to the inside. You can see the smaller caliper on the back. And You can see the whole car with the wings, and then you can imagine it with the closed doors without the wings flying. On the X, spoiler with the integrated stoplight there, the classical tail lights, long turn signals, LED fog lights, reverse lights, Tesla logo on the top, and then signature. So in the future, Tesla said they were going to remove the logo and just keep the Tesla there on S and X. White LED license plates, camera for backing, opening, and the Plaid badge there. And unlike the S Plaid, this would be in piano black, actually just S in general, but on the X, it's unpainted plastic. And you have those cat eyes. Also parking sensors that will soon be removed. You can see the tinted window in the rear. Now, we are a bit limited with space, but I'm gonna back up here. Yeah, you can see that. So this is a 6-seat version. You can see the cargo space. Now over here we have aluminum door sit in black. It's nice and flat. And I'm gonna knock one of these seats down. So you can see here on leather, you can press. This falls down and you can push down and locks into position. So this is flat. There's an area here. There's a white LED there. And then there are tether points. They're metal. This one has a spring, so it comes back down. And there's a little strap here. So this could be removed, but it's easier to take this out first. You can see the interior space, very generous and very big, similar to the Model S. And then over here, well, of course, this could fall down because there is an edge inside where you can put it. And just to show you here, there's also this compartment. A little hard to take it out because, wait, this is in the way. Yeah, so you can see that there's also a big room there. But there you go, this is flat now. There's extra room there. And there's a little space in here as well. There's a 12 outlet. Now, I'm not sure if I've missed it on the Model S, since it's completely black. In here, there's an LED and a little net, but there's an option in the X. These are ISOFIX points. I'm gonna leave this one up, but you can see also there are cup holders for the rear as well. Alcantara there and air vent there on the back. Now on the top here, they've used cloth and Alcantara. There's a speaker bar there and a little LED. Now, all of these materials help to dampen the sound. And I like the fact that this is black. Like the Model Y, very silent closing sound. But the closing sound of the cargo space or the 5th hatch door was a little bit loud, just slightly. I think it could be a little bit more quieter. There's also piano black there. Now, since we're on this side, let's check it out. Here you have the X aluminum door step. So you have the seals going all the way around and on the top as well. So should be good soundproof. There's a latch there. And then you can see the seats on the back. So if you spec the 6-seat version, there's an ISOFIX down here. So this is the white leather, it's optional, this is perforated. Now fixed headrest, even on the front. Now cutting this in, I completely forgot, there's a button here. So you can move this seat forward and it kind of tilts, you can see that. So you can easier enter the back. So let me just attempt this, but. So potentially you can sit in the back, but I think it would be a quite so you can see that would be too tight for an adult. There is an ISOFIX anchor there. Now it's a little bit hard to exit as well if you're a tall person from the back, but I guess this is not intended for the tall person. I need to hold this. Thought it was a press, but so that's it. And then over here, you can see the headspace but trust me, with this would be closed, I would not be hitting the glass. And then over here, you can see how that looks. So I think this is in a demo mode, so it's locked, but you can basically adjust the seat. And you can see the space inside. There's the buttons I mentioned. Also Alcantara, adjustable seat belt on the front. And over here you can see the new display. So this is a facelift model, no bezel. You can control the AC vents, but at the automatic, you can control the heated seats for the rear, music, entertainment options, and you can play with the sound and temperature there. So that's it. You over here have two USB-Cs, and there's a nice cup holder. Now, checking the rear. Now, there's no way to move this, and there are no buttons on the rear, but you can see the rear look and with the seat. Now, there are hooks here, so let me just show that again. I didn't realize it was out of the frame. There you go. There are USB-Cs on the back and cup holders. And I believe this could be, now this is only for the knockdown actually. Now I'm just gonna move to the other side and show you this angle of the beautiful front windshield. There are lights here, 3 of them could be turned on. A little bit different from the Model S. There's a speaker here, and there is an LED light on the back there. I showed you, actually I didn't show you, and I don't think there are speakers. For the moment I thought I saw speakers on the back, so might be a mistake. And let's get to the front. So press here, a little harder obviously, and it automatically opens up in the X. So this is exclusive feature for the Model X. Now, allegedly there's supposed to be parking sensors so it doesn't hit the person standing next to it, but on the showroom model I think it's just gonna hit me, boom. So it's not supposed to work like that when it's not in a showroom mode. So just push the doors and they automatically lock. It's a soft closing. So once again, just press. Now over here, if you have the car, you don't press it here. I think you're supposed to put it somewhere next to the handle. Now, front doors open very, very wide, as you can see. Not sure if we can raise the windows, but they are double glazed. I'm not sure if you can see that here. And I believe they are double glazed on the back as well. Leather, carbon fiber, white, looks very fancy. There's also all black interior, you can choose wood, and black or beige leather. So just like in the new Model S, this is soft leather. Inside it's plastic, it's not rubberized. This is a touch button to open. This is from the Model 3 and Y emergency release there. And leather. I love this beautiful textile, kind of IKEA style. High quality finish on the speakers. This is also leather and leather, softly padded. And well, this is the weight, I guess. You'll see the, actually here it is, the tire pressure info. Then the Model X aluminum doorstep, you can see the carpets you get. Aluminum sport paddles, and then the electronic seats, up and down, knee area, tilt, and lumbar. Now there's a lumbar on the passenger side, so I don't think it's fair from Elon to remove this on the Y and 3 and save it on the X and S. It's kind of making all the customers fools. Now there's a chrome details on these. It looks nice instead of all black. And well, perforated. You can see that it's just a little dirty. It needs a little attention with a maybe microfiber towel. You can wet in the water and clean it up. Now, I would advise you to protect the leather with the impregnation or some sort of ceramic coating. You can press the brake and the doors will automatically close. So that's how that looks. There's a little window in the A-pillar, and this is the new yoke. Now I tested the Model Y, and it's okay, it's not horrible, but still it needs a little adjustment. This is the worst thing. So your turn signals are really not practical, especially when you're in the roundabout and this ends up like here. And I would just prefer the stock, and I would definitely prefer the stock here for the automatic, which is on the screen, or shortcuts here I'm going to show you. So this is for the cruise control, press for the autopilot as well twice, and we're going to switch to the wide lens just to show you the X. I love the fact this is all open. So zooming back in, and just continuing on, carbon fiber, leather, big speaker bar there, speaker there, Alcantara, and this is where the well, you can see this extends here. So you have this magnetic, but it's very interesting how they decided to solve this, because once again you can see the beauty mirror there as well. So this is again glass, so that's that. And yeah, excellent solution. Now we have the display on the S and X. I personally don't miss this in the Model 3. I actually miss over here having a like car display, because you need to get here into the car options to get this, so you can open frunk and the back. But moving on, just gorgeous. And over here, 2 wireless charging pads. In the S you get them on the back as well. This is all leather covered. Now there's a hazard button there, you can't see it there, and there's also park, reverse, neutral, drive there, but they're not on at the moment. Maybe if I press here, no. And then here, carbon fiber in this case. So there's 2 levels of opening and closing. There's a little tray there, and if you open up, there's a bigger one. Adjustable cup holders, rubberized, and big spacious space in there. And then this is nice and soft. This is also magnetically attached, and you can see also massive space, no 12-volt outlet there. Now if we press here, glove box, you can see that it's kind of decent to get the USB for the Sentry, but it has this awful spring closing sound. Look at this once again. So that was easy, but if you use a little bit more force, it's not really fun. And headspace, plenty of headspace on the front. So I'm a 2-meter tall person with 6.6 feet, and in this car you're gonna have plenty of headroom. Now I guess you can open here or close the passenger, but again this is in the showroom, so the Falcon doors don't move. You can open the front or trunk, adjust the yoke. Just a quick overview, everything is the same as on the other cars. Just gonna swiftly go through this. There's a trailer mode, there's a drag mode, suspension, charging options, locks, autopilot. Well, this one has full self-driving. Whoops. Maybe like this. Lights. Ambient lights are actually footwell lights. And you can see this is more or less the same. You can see this is a new car, navigation, safety, service, and software. So that's it. And here we have the park button, neutral, and then you go up, it decides to go to drive or reverse there. So that's it. You can change the music to each side. You can have the full navigation here. And there's plenty of apps just to show you the new cameras, better resolution. And you have all the other features. Climate controls, HEPA filter, cooled seats, heated seats, rear, and you can also control the rear display option here. So I'm gonna end it here, not to be too much in the car. And the last feature that I really love, that I would love in the Model 3, is you can turn this towards the driver or the passenger. So that's how it looks. So if the passenger's watching, and it's really nice feature. So you can see how that looks there. So let's get out and show you the front space, which is enormous. So this is just a touch button, but opens automatically. Now you can just, I guess, push it and does the rest for you. So to wrap it up here and show you the enormous frunk. So this is the biggest frunk probably in any electric vehicle. Let me just back up so you can see it when it's open. And look at this. Enormous. So it doesn't fit in the camera frame. I have to raise it up. So this is really huge. So emergency release. And this is your washer fluid, of course. Now there are big HEPA filters behind this, but yeah. And there's like a step here. A little bit harder to close, you have to be gentle. So use a little bit more force here at the end to latch properly. So it is closed now, but yeah, again, Freeman, like slight gaps. I've noticed mostly on the hood and on the front, but the doors are pretty good. So not that bad. They're improving, but they need to work out a little bit on some of the details. But overall, an excellent electric SUV. So I didn't show you the charging port, but in Europe, I guess you saw that we'll have to use the touchscreen for that. So open from inside, you can see in Europe type 2 or combined CCS 2, so AC or DC charging. I think it's 11 kilowatts on AC and 250 on DC, I think. Now you touch it and it closes. You can see long turn signals, and to get to the front, turn signals on the X are integrated in the fog lights. So just not to, fool you, you can see here, yeah, that's really not fair. If you look at the Model 3, it's a gray outlet instead of chrome, but here is a blank. Now to show the Y, which was updated, and I'm going to wrap it up. They actually removed it completely. So I guess you pay less and then your passenger doesn't need to have lumbar. Not really cool, Tesla or Elon. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Be a cool person, smash the like button. Leave your comment below how you like the X Plaid.